At 7 o'clock, I'll call this meeting of the Board of Aldermen to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Foreman.
Yes.
Alderman Lee.
Here.
Alderman Magling.
Yes.
Alderman Volrath. Here. Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Wilkins.
All right. We have quorum tonight. Official business can take place. So we make a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Consent agenda?
The attorney pointed out several typos in various minutes, and we did them, and your most recent packet has those corrections made.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
The motion and a second to approve the consent agenda is written. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Accounts payable over 1250. Any questions? Good evening, James.
Sir. Make a motion to approve accounts payable 1215, amount of 316,59.93.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the accounts payable over 1250 in the amount of $360,969.93. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Right. Open the floor for comments from citizens. Any citizens have any comments? Hearing none, I'll close the minutes. Public hearing?
The version you have should allow for a Chamber of Commerce report.
Yes.
That put that.
After the public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Open the floor for the public hearing for proposed adoption of 2011 National Electric Code and 2012 International Building Codes.
Everybody speak once.
Yes. Have you received any comments?
I have not received any comments, written or verbal.
Okay.
Maybe it would be in order for Lynn to explain the reason why we're adopting these updated codes.
Okay.
Okay, because the county did. The city wishes to remain consistent with the county and to a certain extent with the city of Columbia by having essentially the same codes. It makes it easy for contractors to know what's expected,
Mm-hmm.
and for inspectors not to keep in their minds what's good for the county and not good for Centralia or vice versa. So the county adopted theirs, I believe, in April. And we have had these on inspection for the requisite amount of time, and we can now adopt them.
All right. Any questions? All right. Close the public hearing. Chamber of Commerce report is in your packet. Hey, John. Is that $38,076.04? Is that about what we usually keep after we write Tinsley a check?
It depends upon the year.
Yeah.
It's about the same percentage as what we normally do.
80.
But this was a better year, so we have a little bit more.
All right. Thanks. All right, any questions on the Chamber of Commerce report? Action agenda, finance, nothing scheduled.
Nothing scheduled, sir.
Permits and license, same.
None scheduled, sir.
Legal, got a couple things here on the legal page. Adoption of the International Building Code 2012 edition. This is ordinance requires 2 readings. Wanna lead? Or,
This is the one that starts out on ordinance amending Article 4, 1B of Chapter 5.
okay.
Bill number?
2702.
I move that bill number 2702 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2702 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 4 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Building Code, regulating and governing the design, construction, alteration, enlargement, equipment repair, demolition, removal, conversion, use or maintenance of all buildings and structures, and further providing for the issuance of permits, collecting of fees, making of inspections, and providing penalties for the violation thereof in the city of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2702 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2702 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 4 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Building Code, regulating and governing the design, construction, alteration, enlargement, equipment repair, demolition, removal, conversion, use or maintenance of all buildings and structures, and further providing for the issuance of permits, collecting of fees, making of inspections, and providing penalties for the violation thereof in the city of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2702 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. I have a motion and a second that bill number 2702 be adopted by a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Roll call vote, please, Heather.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
Alderman Volrath. Yes. Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Borman.
Yes. All right, by your vote, bill number 2702 passes and now becomes ordinance number
2766.
All right. Adoption of National Electric Code 2011 edition. Again, this is an ordinance requires 2 readings. I know. All right, let's start on page 41. Alderman Board, would you introduce this one, please?
Sure, bill number?
2703.
I move that bill number 2703 be given its first reading by title only.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2703 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 5 of Chapter 5 of Centralia City Code to adopt the 2011 edition of the National Electric Code governing the design, installation, and construction of electrical systems by providing reasonable safeguards to protect public health against the hazards of inadequate, defective, or unsafe electrical installations known as the Electrical Code of the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2703 be given a second reading by title only.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2703 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 5 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2011 edition of the National Electric Code governing the design, installation, and construction of electrical systems by providing reasonable safeguards to protect public health against the hazard of inadequate, defective, or unsafe electrical installations known as the Electrical Code of City of Centralia, Missouri. I I move that bill number 2703 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2703 be adopted by roll call vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
Alderman Volrath.
Yes.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Borman.
Yes.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
All right, by your vote, bill number 2703 passes and now becomes ordinance number.
2767.
Next one's on page 50. Adoption of International Plumbing Code 2012 edition. Again, this is an ordinance that requires 2 readings. Alderman Volrath, introduce this one, please.
Bill number?
2704.
I move that bill number 2704 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2704 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 6 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Plumbing Code, governing the design, installation, and construction of plumbing systems by providing reasonable safeguards for sanitation to protect the public health against the hazards of inadequate, defective, or unsanitary plumbing installations, known as the Plumbing Code of the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2704 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2704 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 6 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Plumbing Code, governing the design, installation, and construction of plumbing systems by providing reasonable safeguards for sanitation to protect the public health against the hazards of inadequate, defective, or unsanitary plumbing installations, known as the Plumbing Code of the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2704 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2704 be adopted by a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Roll call vote, please, Heather.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Borman.
Yes.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
Alderman Volrath.
Yes.
All right, by your vote, bill number 2704 passes and now becomes ordinance number.
2768.
Next one's on page 57. Adoption of the International Mechanical Code 2012 edition. Again, this is ordinance, requires 2 readings. Alderman Ward, would you introduce this, please?
Bill number?
2705.
I move that bill number 2705 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2705 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 7 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Mechanical Code governing the design, installation, and construction of mechanical systems by providing reasonable safeguards to protect the public health and safety against the hazards of inadequate, defective, or unsafe mechanical systems and installations known as the Mechanical Code of the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2705 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2705 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
I move that bill number 2705 be adopted by a roll call vote.
We gotta read the second
Okay.
number.
It's a bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 7 of the Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Mechanical Code governing the design, installation, and construction of mechanical systems by providing reasonable safeguards to protect the public health and safety against the hazards of inadequate, effective, or unsafe mechanical systems and installations known as the Mechanical Code of the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that Bill 2005 be adopted by a roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2705 be adopted by a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Roll call vote, please, Heather.
Alderman Volrath,
Yes.
Alderman Ward,
Yes.
Alderman Borman,
Yes.
Alderman Lee,
Yes.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
All right, by your vote, bill number 2705 passes, now becomes ordinance number
2769.
Next one is on page 62. Adoption of International Residential Code for one or two family dwellings, 2012 edition. And this is ordinance requires two readings. Alderman Bagley?
Bill number,
2706.
move that bill number 2706 be given its first reading by title only.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2706 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 8 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Residential Code for one and two family dwellings governing and fabrication, etc., construction, enlargement, alternation, repairs, location, and use of detached one and two family dwellings there. What's that? Lost my place. Purposes and necessary structures in the jurisdiction of Centralia, City of Centralia, Missouri, and providing the insurance permits, therefore providing penalties for the violation thereof, and repealing all ordinances and parts of ordinance and conflicting therewith. I move that bill number 2706 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2706 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill number to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 8 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Residential Code for one and two family dwellings governing the fabrication, construction, enlargement, alteration, repairs, location, and use of detached one and two family dwellings, their creations and this accessory structure in the jurisdiction of the City of Centralia, Missouri, and providing for the insurance and permits therefore providing penalties for the violation thereof, and repealing all ordinances and parts of ordinances in conflict with therewith. I move that bill number 2706 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2706 be adopted by roll call vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Borman.
Yes.
Alderman Lee,
Yes.
Alderman Magley,
Yes.
Alderman Volrath.
Yes.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
All right, by your vote, bill number 2706 passes, now becomes ordinance number,
2770.
thank you. All right, adoption of International Fire Code 2012 edition. Ordinance requires two readings. Alderman Lee, business, please.
Let me just mention one thing here. This is the exception to the rule that where it would normally say Article 9, but Section 539 is not amended, so that's why we're just talking about parts of Article 9. So it's Section 5. It is correct, what we've written here in the title. So
just to let you know that it's not, we didn't forget to put Article 9 in there, but it contains Article 9. Portions of Article 9, that's correct.
Bill number,
2707.
I move that bill number 2707 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2707 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
Bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending section 5-38 and sections 5-40 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Fire Code, regulating and governing the safeguarding of life and property from the fire and explosion hazards arising from the storage and handling and the use of hazardous substances, materials, and devices, and from conditions hazardous to life and property in the occupancy of buildings and premises in the city of Centralia, Missouri, providing for the issuance of permits for hazardous use or operations, and providing fines for the violation thereof. I move that bill number 2707 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2707 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending section 5-38 and section 5-40 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Fire Code, regulating and governing the safeguarding of life and property from the fire and explosion hazards arising from the storage, handling, and the use of hazardous substances, materials, and devices, and from the conditions hazardous to life or property in the occupancy of buildings and premises in the city of Centralia, Missouri, providing for the issuance of permits for hazardous use or operations, and providing fines for the violation thereof. I move that bill number 2707 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2707 be adopted by a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
Alderman Volrath. Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Borman.
Yes.
Okay. By your vote, bill number 2707 passes and now becomes ordinance number.
2771.
All right. Adoption of International Fuel Gas Code, 2012 edition. Again, this is an ordinance that requires 2 readings. Alderman Borman, would you introduce this one, please?
Sure. Bill number,
2708.
I move that bill number 2708 be given its first reading by title only.
Okay. Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2708 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 10 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt the 2012 edition of the International Fuel Gas Code governing the design, installation, and construction of fuel gas systems and gas-fired appliances by providing reasonable safeguards to protect the public health and safety against the hazards of inadequate, defective, or unsafe fuel gas systems and gas-fired appliances known as the Fuel Gas Code of the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2708 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2708 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Article 9 of Chapter 5 of the, Article 10 of Chapter 5 of the Centralia City Code to adopt 2012 edition of the International Fuel Gas Code governing the design, installation, and construction of fuel gas systems and gas-fired appliances by providing reasonable safeguards to protect the public's health and safety against the hazards of inadequate, defective, or unsafe fuel gas systems and gas-fired appliances known as the Fuel Gas Code of the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2708 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2708 be adopted by a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue. Roll call vote, please, Larry.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
Alderman Volrath.
Yes.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Borman.
Yes.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
All right, by your vote, bill number 2708 passes and now becomes ordinance number.
2772.
All right. Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
As per past practice, now that you've adopted these, I will tip copies. I'll fold them over and I'll tip them into each copy of our versions. I will order a second set, do the same, and we will put them on file at the library for anybody that had easy access at times when City Hall may not be open
Okay.
to do the research.
All right. Purchasing. Authorizing contract with Independent Salt Company for road salt. And this is an ordinance requires 2 readings. Any discussion? Alderman Volrath, would you introduce this one first?
Bill number?
2709.
I move that bill number 2709 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2709 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Centralia, Missouri to execute an agreement with Independent Salt Company for the purchase of road salts. I move that bill number 2709 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2709 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Centralia, Missouri to execute an agreement with Independent Salt Company for the purchase of road salt. I move that bill number 2709 be adopted by roll call vote.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2709 be adopted by a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Roll call vote, please, Larry.
Alderman Volrath.
Yes.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Borman.
Yes.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
All right, by your vote, bill number 2709 passes and now becomes ordinance number.
2773.
Thank you. Authorizing a contract with T&J Restorations and Waterproofing LLC for masonry repairs on City Hall. This is an ordinance requires 2 readings.
Bill number?
Thank you.
2710.
I move the bill number 2710 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2710 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk of the city of Centralia, Missouri to execute an agreement with the T&J's Restoration and Waterproofing LLC for masonry repairs on the Centralia City Hall.
Second.
I move that the bill number 2710 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2710 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Continue, please.
A bill to create an ordinance entitled, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk of the city of Centralia, Missouri to execute an agreement with the T&J's Restoration and Waterproofing LLC for masonry repairs on the Centralia City Hall. I move that bill number 2710 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2710 be adopted by a roll call vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Roll call vote, please, Heather.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Borman.
Yes.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
Alderman Volrath.
Yes.
All right, by your vote, bill number 2710 passes and now becomes ordinance number.
2774.
Thank you. Miscellaneous water
Mr. Mayor?
distribution materials. Yes.
You'll note that we included the bids, and we pulled the trigger with this ordinance on only the actual masonry repairs. The seal of the masonry work would have been another 17, and I would prefer to keep that money available to do roof repairs if we get the bid. In fact, we have one gentleman up there measuring today. So, that'll be something that'll have to be done next year.
Okay.
But the prices are pretty standard in that part of it,
Okay.
about $17.5.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, miscellaneous water distribution materials. Got a distribution quote in your packet.
You should have two, actually, and the low bid, even despite them leaving out one of their items in the extension and Mike having to edit, was from water and sewer supply out of Columbia.
Okay.
I move we accept the bid from water and sewer supply for $6,550.15.
Second.
I have a motion, a second, that we accept the bid from water and sewer supply, in the amount of $65.50.15 for miscellaneous water distribution materials. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Old business. And old business. New business. I have a couple appointments to make this evening. Been asked by the library board to reappoint Joyce Burns to the library board. Her term ends this July 1st, and she's has to go ahead and be reappointed. If you remember, Joyce was appointed to fill a vacancy last year when one of the members moved out.
This will be for a 3-year term ending in 2017.
Yes. No, it's for Joyce Burns, the library board.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
All right. I have a motion
Second.
and a second to accept the mayor's appointment of Joyce Burns to the library board. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. And Pat Olson has requested 2 new members to be appointed to that. They've expressed interest in the library board. That is, first one is Jenny Eppenscheid.
How do you spell Jenny?
Espenscheid?
How do you spell Jenny, first of all?
Jenny.
And then how do you spell the last name?
Espenscheied. That's also for a 3-year term ending in 2017.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion second to accept the mayor's appointment of Jenny Eppenscheid to the library board for a 3-year term. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next is Carolyn Dawson for the same term.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion second to accept the mayor's appointment of Carolyn Dawson to the library board. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's all I have tonight.
And those 2 terms also last till when?
I'm sorry?
Those-
All 3 of the terms will last till 2017.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. In addition, I would like to appoint Kathy Colvin to the position of city treasurer. As you know, Bill Miller has resigned as of the 30th. So, he's the new city treasurer.
I'll make a motion to appoint Captain Colvin as of July 1st.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the mayor's appointment of Kathy Colvin to the position of city treasurer beginning July 1st. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I tried to call
Mr. Becker, but
Okay.
their phone is
Okay,
is no good, so I'll have to drop by.
okay, thank you. That's all the appointments I have for this evening. The Aldermen have new business?
Okay, I want to talk about this.
No, not really. Lynn, new business?
Two things. One, I believe mechanical operations not breaking down, that we will start paving tomorrow.
Okay,
Probably with Sappington and the cluster of houses over on Pleasant Ridge.
okay,
And it'll be 2 or 3 days, and we'll keep track of tonnage and try and
okay,
squeeze out as many streets as that will allow.
all right,
Second, I have talked with some people, and Tommy Patton is going to petition to annex property he owns on the north side of town. It's
Voluntary annexation.
a voluntary annexation. He and his wife are sole owners, and it's this donut hole right here. Once upon a time had a house that McDowell's lived in. Anyway, I'm preparing the annexation petition. I'll run it by Merritt, and then I will give it to him for signature. And for various reasons, I will be able to elaborate on next week. There is a certain amount of urgency.
okay,
And so when we get to the end of the meeting, I will request you recess it to sometime next week for probably about a 5-minute meeting, because I think we only have to take cognizance of an petition annex and refer it to the planning and zoning.
okay.
I think I might have it for Monday, but if that is an inconvenient time, or you want to wait until next week. We aim to accommodate.
Can't do that right now.
What's that?
There's a question about the urgency, and I said,
Oh, yeah,
I said, you
okay.
cannot talk about
Okay.
that right now.
That's fine.
Aw.
Okay, next Monday evening is okay? If it's okay with everybody else? All right. At 7, 6:30?
It's only gonna take 5 minutes.
Okay,
So,
7? Okay. All right. Bert,
I don't have anything.
you don't have anything? All right. Nothing? As they rise? I do want to wish all the fathers in the room, hope they had a happy Father's Day yesterday. Mine was very happy, I was doing the thing,
You're back.
Yes. Yes. All
You
right.
back yesterday?
I did. Yeah. Actually, got back Saturday afternoon, late Saturday afternoon. So. All right. That's all I have. Motion to recess until Monday at 7 p.m. will be.
I make a motion to recess until Monday.
Second.
I have a motion and second to recess. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Opposed? Everybody get out of here?
Get paid